Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is April 30th. It is Friday 2021. It is the last day of April. Tomorrow will be May 1st. And yes, this is not an optical illusion you are seeing behind me. I have a fire going today. It's chilly, damp. We had quite a bit of rain yesterday. We've had rain off and on today. It's been very windy today. Hello, Max. What? So anyway, yeah, it's just one of those kind of days. So I'm like, well, I got a fire going last night too for a while, and then I let it burn out, but it takes the edge off the house. And Mom and Beck have their fire going as well. I got Mr. Max over here. So anyway, want to remind everybody first before we get into this video, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so I would ask you to please join me then for that, and we'll have a good discussion. Not sure what the topic is going to be yet. I haven't sat down and figured that one out. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about John Kerry and his antics and sharing information with Iran. I think that's kind of interesting. Of course, which he completely denies, but we may get into a little bit of that tonight. And wow, I know it's going to be very difficult to have a politician that is dishonest. Shocking it is. Anyway, so let's get into the topic of this video, okay? You have New York City, the crime is completely out of control. Max, stop. He's rubbing on a box with his face, scratching his face with a box. What? You're a crazy boy. So anyway, but the crime is out of control in New York City. In a recent 9-day period, they had 112 people shot in 83 different shooting incidents in New York City. Now I want you to realize something, okay? In New York City, the gun control laws are like beyond ridiculous. I mean, it's insane what you can and cannot do on the island, okay? Max, okay, enough. I don't want to hear that while I'm trying to do this. It's distracting, sorry. But anyway, there's 83 different shootings. Over 112 people were shot. 6 of those people have died. So my question is, where is, there's supposed to be all this strict gun control, but yet you've had 83 shootings over a 9-day period of time. Again, it reminds me exactly just of Chicago too, and I don't know where the logic is. Again, if the average citizen is allowed to protect themselves, there wouldn't be as many shootings. There just wouldn't be. Because if the perpetrators knew that the potential victims are able to defend themselves and to be able to fight back, that's not what they want. They want scared and helpless victims. They don't want people that are going to stand up for themselves. They don't want grandma to pull out her 380 out of her purse and pop a cap in your you-know-what. So, but it's just, it is amazing to me. And of course, with everything going on, we got to bring this up as well. You have had a tremendous exodus from the different police forces around this country of people saying, I've had enough. Taking early retirement or just quitting period and leaving the force. And just because of these local governments not having the police officers back, now they're going to be doing, they're really pushing to be able to sue the officers directly. And I want you to think about that, okay? You will have individuals that if they were spoken to harshly by a police officer, they'll be suing them. So it's going to be like absolutely ridiculous as a police officer to be able to do their jobs properly with all of that going on. There's just absolutely no way that they'll be able to do that. So you have that issue. So you have this mass exodus of police officers. New York City is one example of a tremendous amount of people leaving the force. Minneapolis, Minnesota would be obviously another one. But you have all these officers leaving, And I want you to remember too, the officers that are leaving, guys, are not your officers that have been there 1 or 2 years. You're talking about officers that have been on the force, 24, 25, 26 years. We're looking to maybe get to 30 years in, and just have said, I've had enough of this, and they're gone. And it is amazing to me that more people aren't waking up to that fact that there's a huge problem, okay? And it's these freaking politicians. There has to be another agenda involved here that people are trying to perpetuate, because somebody has to police the people. They have to. So what's the answer? Who are they going to put in there? So that's what I would be concerned about. I'm not afraid of the police. I mean, like I said, I've had good and bad interactions with the police. It is what it is. That's part of, dealing with it. Nobody wants to get pulled over. Nobody wants to have that interaction. But, it doesn't always have to end badly. And that's, a lot of times it's your attitude and how you handle your situation. But, yeah, it's just, when crime is getting worse and worse and worse, it's because the criminals are getting more brazen, because they know that there's not the people there to stop them from what they're doing. So that's why you're seeing an increase in crime. That's why you're going to see an increase of shootings and stuff like that, as the criminals become more brazen, knowing that they can do whatever they want to do. And this has been going on for a while, okay? It's just more come to a head and has gotten worse and worse lately. So I want to hear your guys' feedback. Do you think there's a direct correlation between the increase in crime and the under the microscope scrutiny that the police have been going through, and the mass exodus of police leaving the force because they don't want to deal with the nonsense anymore, and not having the protections and those type of things that they've had for a long time? So again, are there good cops and bad cops? There's always going to be good and bad in any profession that is out there. So not every cop you're going to deal with is going to be a jerk or those type of things. And that's what people need to remember too. So just something to think about. I definitely want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you guys have to say. This really feels good, I'll be honest with you. Just one of those kind of days here at the homestead. The fire does feel good though. Puppies are out at the moment. I don't know if people saw the pictures that I posted on Instagram and Twitter. I put it on Facebook too, with the dogs, and little Hella. It looks like she bathed in mud yesterday. It was unbelievable. It was freaking hilarious, to be honest with you. But yeah, she was a mess. I mean, a mess. It was very funny. I looked at this dog. I'm like, what did you do? So, but very interesting. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off here for now. Again, I will be live streaming tonight. Topic yet to be determined, but we'll have a good chat this evening. So please join me then for that. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from reaching those goals is you, nobody else. Stay away from the negativity, stay away from negative people that want to bring you down, and you're going to be just fine. Alright? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. Have a good weekend too. Friday, don't party too hard. I'll leave it on that fire for a minute. Excuse me. So you can see that fire. It is I'll tell you what, nothing beats wood heat. Nothing. It is the absolute best. It's very comforting. It's a really nice warm heat. And it's also nice just to watch the fire burn. And I just fed this fire just a couple minutes before I started doing the video. So that was part of it too, of course. That's what happens. Alright guys, have a good night. I'll see you all tonight, 8 p.m. Prep Nurse 1, out.